Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on the time zone. And today is the second reading of the Finance Bill 2024. And of course, tomorrow, members of parliament will be voting on that bill to become a law. Once they sign to it, it will no longer be a bill, it will be an act of parliament. Therefore, by law, you will be required to do what it dictates. And with all this, we are seeing after yesterday protests, heavily armed police officers have been deployed at Parliament. So on that road and around the building, there is very, very heavy armed police officers guarding that building as the discussion is going on in the Parliament. Now with all this, we are also seeing protests rocking Mombasa streets. Right now, if you go to Mombasa, it is raining, but Kenyans are on the street protesting. Police officers are also on the street. They are tear gassing the protesters, but they have a message for the government. The protest is on. So if you thought it is going to take place in Nairobi, it is not only in Nairobi. Coast region is protesting on the finance bill. Now, we are continuing this part of the discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing to our return subscribers. I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, they're saying that this is Gen Z protesting, and their protest is so much organized, and really, it has a meaning. If there is anyone who was taking it for granted, it is time to read the situation very properly. In this protest, there is no stone, there is no looting, there is no violence. They're just holding placards with a message and their mobile phones alone. I saw someone carrying a book, Tumbo Lisilo Shiba. That is the executive, That is William Ruto. That is Kenya Kwanza administration. That is UDA. That is the parliament of Kenya. So in this protest, there is no fear, but there is a well-coded message to those in authority. It is time they get to understand what the message means. They should understand, they should ask themselves, why are youth still on the streets? Yesterday they were there, today they are still protesting. And they have a clear message that you are in State House, you have a 5-year certificate handed over to you by Chebukat and the judiciary, Martha Koome, a legal certificate of 5 years contract. Are you listening to the taxpayer, or you are listening to the other voices and advice from elsewhere? Because what this generation has been convinced to believe is that William Ruto is not listening to the taxpayer. The man in State House is not listening to the electorate. It seems he is carefully listening to the IMF and the World Bank. All the ideas that he is implementing in the finance bill are not originating from State House. They are originating from outside. So he trusts and believes more on the outsiders, IMF, World Bank, than the taxpayer who is going to carry the burden, and the electorate who normally decide during the election who will be the next president. So he has made a decision to dump Kenyans for IMF and World Bank. This has made Kenyans to get so much angry, and now they have a message. So during this time of protest, this administration has to read careful and understand it is very easy for this protest to turn into a revolution. And once it turns into a revolution, it will be unstoppable. Unstoppable means Ruto must go. So they have to make a decision. And this has happened elsewhere. Kienda kule Sudan, walisema tu bei ya mkate na mambo yakakuwa hivyo basi, ilibidi jamaa ameenda. These people want to destabilize even the government. Why? Because when revolution takes over, you know what it means. They don't care about our security, the suffering of poor people. The youth are discovering they have nothing to lose. And even those who have jobs, they are learning that even their jobs are not helping them because they are taxed to the last coin in their pocket. And they have made the economy so much hard for any business to thrive. Those businesses that have been around, they are being strangled to death. It is tax after tax. Ruto ameitwa majina yote, lakini ni kama amechukulia mchezo. Sasa wananchi wameamua tutaandamana. It is raining, but you see what? The youth are protesting in the rain. Now police officers, instead of providing security, they have resorted to tear gas to disperse the protesters rather than providing security to the properties and those who are protesting. So that's what is going on in this country. I'm sure the other counties and the cities are learning. Maybe soon you will hear Kisumu, during the voting time they will be protesting. And maybe Nairobi, there will be another protest tomorrow. And tomorrow is going to be, one of the worst. It is either make or break. Today, amendments are being done and or proposed. Then they will be voting on this bill, maybe wholesomely or on every item separately. Last time they were voting on every item separately. They are even trying to reduce the time given to debate on this bill. But I've seen Azimio leaders saying, no, let us give enough time. We listen to every view and come to a conclusion with a well-informed views from all of the people who will get a chance to speak to this issue of finance bill. Mbona wanapunguza muda, wataki watu waongelee maneno? I've seen a member of parliament, is it from where or where? He's now sponsoring a bill to charge those who are protesting 100,000 Kenyan shillings and 1 year in prison kama uta protest. Lazima ukuwe na umesema ukuwe na permit ya protest. So that is also a confirmation of shock, panic, fear by William Ruto. So you use some individuals around you, but the message is clear, well, and good at home. I don't know your views, but let us know in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Thank you so much and see you in our next video.